Last week, we wiped our GTA 5 account on PS5 and started off as a level 1. The reason for this is to start a beginner's guide in GTA 5 Online in 2024. Episode 1 was getting started. We showed you everything you need to do when you first log into GTA 5 for the first time and what it is you need to be doing before you even think about purchasing a business. In that video, I showed you how to make $1 million in GTA 5 Online without any businesses. Now here we are today, ladies and gentlemen, on episode 2, buying your first business. So that's right, ladies and gentlemen. Today's video, it's all about purchasing our very first business. I'm going to be showing you what businesses you should get, not just based off of what I think would be the most profitable, but also based on your play style. So anyway, without further ado, let's jump into where we left off last episode. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. Literally, last episode was finished just down there. I'm running because I want to grab this car real quick. You guys know we don't own a vehicle right now, but we are going to be actually picking one up here in just a second. So first things first, let's make sure we get away from this guy so he doesn't start shooting at us. We just joined an invite-only lobby because we are going to be doing a little bit of grinding here. This series, by the way, is not going to all be done in invite only. If you're new to the game or you're just starting out and you're thinking, when do I pick and choose which to go into? What is better for public, or what is public better for? What is invite only better for? I'm going to be walking you through all of that as this series progresses. But as of right now, doing what we're about to do, invite only is perfect. And if you don't know how to do that, if you go into your menu, go to online, go to find new session, and you can just choose invite only. Or if you want to go in public, you can choose public. So first things first, a lot of people may be thinking we need to start making more money. Right up here, this is a console exclusive, so if you're on PC, this isn't going to work for you. Teo's vehicle is basically HSW. This is how you start up the HSW, so you can start doing the HSW races, which you're going to get a pretty decent amount of money. You only get to do it once a week, but they're really good prizes. But as of right now, we don't really have a decent car to be able to participate in them, so we're not going to waste our time on these. But what we are going to do today, and we'll do it really quick, we need to go to G's Cash, and we need to go to the stash house right here. Like I said, we're new players, so things like this are very important. So let's do this really quick, because then we need to move on to our next thing before we purchase our first business. So, first things first, let's go here. Okay, so for G's Cash, you can see we came up to the observatory. It's going to be different for you, most likely. But you can see ours is right here. And it actually wasn't making a noise. I think that may be a bug or something, because usually they make a noise. But anyway, there we go. 15,000. Plus we got ammo and snacks, which is exactly what we want. All right, let's move on to our next location for our stash house. All right, here we are for our next thing that we need to do today, which is our stash house. All right, there we go. $31,000. So we've started off this episode pretty decent. We got some decent money coming in. Okay, so now we're at 1.9 million. So I also forgot to mention the first video we did, episode 1, we went from XP level 1 to 10. Today we started off at 10. We'll see what we end up with. So now that we've completed those two things really quick, let's pull up our phone, because we are going to have to do something. So if we go to Wallstart Cash and Carry, we're going to need a vehicle for this next step. Now if we go to sort by price, it should be the cheapest on top, which means it'll show you your free vehicles. If you're on console, you'll have the same thing I have right here. If you're on PC, you'll have a different set, but you will have armored vehicles on PC and on console. So since we are going to need an armored vehicle for this next step, this is the one we want. But if you try and purchase this, you'll see it'll fail because we have nowhere to store the vehicle. So what we can do is go into our phone, go to Dynasty 8, view property listings, go to low to high, and you can see right here, this is a free unit. Let's go ahead and purchase this property. Now that we've purchased that, if we just go back, now we can go to the Duco Def, and this is an armored vehicle, and it's free. It's exactly what we need. Purchase pending. There we go. Now it is going to be going to our new garage. But where is our new garage? I don't even know. Let's have a look. So here is our brand new garage. So we're going to head on over to there. I just wanted to say, you don't actually have to come here to pick up the vehicle. If you're doing the same thing, you could just call your mechanic and you can have your mechanic drop it off at you. I just wanted to come here just for the sake of seeing our new setup. And here she is, ladies and gentlemen, our new vehicle. But anyway, guys, like I said, this episode is all about purchasing our first business. We've done everything we needed to do to make money. Now we need to start one other thing that is going to make us a lot of money and be the start to our criminal enterprise. And that is the acid lab. So let's go ahead. If we go onto our phone right here, the next thing we're going to want to do is head on up to right here. Ron Jakowski. Jakowski. Now, at this point, we also need to remember we are a level 12 now. So helicopters and planes and things like that, they should spawn in. So it would be good to go and get a helicopter and be able to fly around and do these things. But since it's dark and I don't like being in the dark anyway, I'm going to drive up there and I'll skip ahead until we get there. So the first thing we're going to do, since we are right next to the gun shop, is make sure we have some armor on us. Okay, so we're going to want the heavy armor, and then we're going to purchase all. You can see on the bottom there, you can buy all with square. So 5,500. And okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we are helping Ron. All right, guys, and here we are on our first dose missions. There is first dose and last dose. We are going to end up doing all of them, but I'm going to do the first 6 right now, and I'll come back to you guys once we've done the first 6. I do have videos on my channel walking you through all of these if that's something you're interested in, but it is going to take me a few hours, and I don't want to make this video a long video showing you this when I already have so many videos on the last dose missions. Just if you want to look, go on the Rags to Riches I did literally last week. It's called Drug Wars. You can watch that. I'll leave it linked in the description, and it'll just walk you through it a little bit more. But for the sake of this video, since this isn't a walkthrough on how to complete the last dose missions, let's skip ahead because there is some important information I need to tell you once you've completed the first 6 first dose missions. Okay, guys, so we just finished our first dose, first mission. We got 20,000 for it. I'll let you know what we get towards the end. But I should also mention, you should also be doing DAX missions. The ones where you have to sabotage other gangs, because you can only do those once an hour, and you're going to want to have 10 of those completed in order to be able to fully upgrade your acid lab towards the end of this video. I'll explain it all later on. But just make sure you're doing the DAX missions in between the first dose missions. And if you think, what's the difference between them? The ones that you go into the circle here, these are going to be first dose missions, as you'll see right now. We're about to start up our second one. And the DAX ones, you have to go inside. See, we're on episode or number 2. The DAX missions, you have to go inside, talk to DAX, or you can call him and request a mission that way. So make sure once you've done the first mission of first dose, do a DAX mission. And then once that's complete, then carry on with number 2. So I just did my first DAX mission, and we got 50,000 for that one, and it was super easy, took 5 minutes. Just FYI, if you're following along, that's what you should be doing. All right, anyway, I'm going to come back once we've completed first dose. The first dose missions, like I say, they're very easy. They're not that difficult. You can do them solo like I'm doing. I have videos on my channel. But what I will say, if you've done the first mission, there's nothing to really tell you anyway. You're on the roof just shooting people. But then one bit of advice I could give you is the second half of the first mission where you have to steal the RV. Just kill a few people and then grab the RV and leave. Don't worry about trying to take out everyone. It can take you like 10, 15, 20 minutes. They all just keep respawning and respawning. Just grab the RV and just book it out of there. You can complete that portion in literally like 3 minutes if you do it that way. Okay, I'll give you some more tips along the way. Don't worry. But yeah, let's jump into the next one. Okay, so for the first part of the second mission where you have to steal this truck, it's kind of just a time sink. Because this thing, no matter what you do, it is going to blow up, like I'll show you right now. All right, so as you get around this corner here, you can see we're getting shot at, and there's not really much you can do. You drive through, but as you drive through, you'll see the health's going down, and there's not even anyone shooting at us, but the health is constantly going down. And you can see it is now on fire. So it says, when connected to the trailer, hold down to get rid of it. So we'll just get rid of it, and then it's going to blow up. Like so. So yeah, the first half of this is just a time sink. Just grab it and then leave, and it's just, you just got to do it. Anyway, let's move on to the second part. So at this point, what I would do while you're on your way over to their clubhouse, if you go to manage vehicles, request personal vehicle, it says delivery in progress. We're going to ditch this. We don't need this thing anymore. We're just going to grab our armored vehicle, like I say, because our goal for the rest of these first dose missions is to just sit back and relax inside of our car and not have to get out of it. And not get out of it. You think I'm joking? I'm not. So, this is where we are. We're right here. We can shoot at these people. We can just have a little bit of fun here. So, where we're going is inside right here. You can see, and you don't want to waste your time, you know what I mean? Like, we don't want to sit here, spend our entire day doing this mission. It can take a while. It can take you... Actually, we're actually getting shot here. I forget, we're not in the armored Kuruma, which is the better vehicle. So let's just make sure we just eat some snacks here, and then body armor. Let's eat some of that too. All right, excuse me, gentlemen. I'd rather you didn't do that. Thank you. All right, so what we're going to do now is just we're going to get out and we're just going to run to the door. And we're in. We don't want to deal with all of them people. You know what I mean? Oh. Because time is money. Time is money in this game. Okay, now that we're inside, we got to search the clubhouse, which I believe is actually in this door right here. And then we're going to take a picture. There we have it. Now we're going to send this to Dax. Okay, anyway, now that we've got that, we need to find the bag, which I thought... Okay, what is this? Gun? I was going to say, I thought it was right here. Where's the duffel bag? We need to get that. There it is. And then we're just going to steal their grass. And there we are. We're in and out. We've got what we needed. Let's make sure we have our armor set up here. We're good. And we're just going to get back in our car and we're going to leave. That easy. We're in and we're out. We're not shooting at all these people. A lot of people, if you're newer to this game, you would literally be fighting all these people and you'd still be trying to figure out, or you'd still be trying to get away right now. You'd still be trying to kill people. You probably would have died. There would have been so many of them just constantly respawning. But that's what this series is about. If you didn't know, if you didn't watch this series, this beginner's guide, you would have sat there for like 30 minutes trying to do that mission instead of literally just getting in, straight in there, grab what you need, get in your car and leave. You don't need to start fighting everyone. Okay, and here we are, first dose number 3. And same thing, what are we going to be doing? Our beautiful little armored car, because we're being lazy and we want to get things done the fastest, easiest way possible. That's what this series is all about. All right, let's get there. All right, guys, so here we are. All we have to do on this one, by the way, the easiest way to do it, again, we're not going to be getting out of our car. We just need to shoot a few of these barrels. Let's make sure that's on fire. I mean, you shouldn't run towards me. There's a thing that just exploded. But that's literally all we have to do. We don't need to take out any of these people, but we're just going to do it for fun. But what you're going to do, see, once again, these yellow barrels, just make sure they're ready and primed and they've been exploded. And you'll notice they're scattered all around the map. You don't need to worry about not seeing them. I think the game, I mean, the game's done it on purpose, right? They put these right here just to make it easier for yourself. So basically what I'm saying is there is easier ways to do these missions. The game just doesn't tell you about it, right? But if you're newer to the game, maybe you don't notice or maybe you don't realize. Like I say, that's going to blow up and those are going to take out those motorcycles. There we go. All right, and just like that, we did it all without getting out of our car. Now, the armored Kuruma obviously is much better than this. Just visibility-wise, you can't really see much. You can only shoot really out of the front window in this. So it does make it a little bit more difficult, but it can still be done. And as you can see, we still have 1 life left. We haven't died at all. All right, let's move on to the fishery. Okay, now we're at the fishery. We got to just search for lost meth. So again, we're not really going to be getting out of our car here, so we don't need to worry too much about these people, but we'll take a couple out. The last one's in the building, so unfortunately we do have to go on foot here. We don't have any grenades, unfortunately, so we are going to have to just start shooting, but I think these guys just start... Yeah, trying to hit you with a little spanner, essentially. And here we are with the last 2. 1, where is it? And 2. Now you just got to run down to the plane and get out of here. That's simple. All right, fishery, I'll see you later. Now it's just to fly back to the freak shop, and you don't need to land perfectly. I'll show you what I mean. All right, so here we are. Like I said, you just got to touch down in the storm drain, but you don't need to be that careful. So we're just going to put our wheels down here. Or actually, we'll go for the water since it's a little wider. And then, boom. There you go. And you don't need to do anything. You can just sit there, and that's it. Now that's it. The mission's done. Mission's done. Number 4. This one's easy. You don't need to worry about taking weapons or ammo or anything like that. This one we're just going to be tripping.
Wow. I don't even know what to say, guys. How cray-cray was that? We've been to the other side together. We've bonded. This is the shit right here the government should be putting in the water supply.
All right, last dose, number 5. Let's do it. All right, so for this one, the first half anyway, it's going to be the same thing. We're just going to be mobbing around here. We don't need to kill anyone. We're just going to take out a couple people because you're going to be able to shoot, if you see, right there. So we'll be able to take all these things out without worrying about it too much, basically, is what I'm saying, just like the last one. All right, now we just need to get inside of one of their little hippie vans here. It should tell us where everything is. All right, there we go. Now we should be able to just get straight back into our car. And that's it. Now we just go over to the vans and blow them up. All right, so just make sure you shoot the driver, because the driver, obviously, you don't want them driving around. It'd be quite annoying. And then I'm just going to shoot the front of this here a little bit. I should probably invest in some weapons, but you know what? For now, this is good enough. same thing for the second one. Just shoot it in the front a few times, and bada bing, bada boom, gone. All right, last but not least, you guys already know the drill. You know what we're doing. There we go. 3, done. All right, so when you get to this part, it's going to be the same thing, pretty much. You're just going to come in, start taking everyone out with your pistol, and staying inside of your car, preferably. Once you've taken them out, same thing. You're just going to take out these guys. 1, 2, and 3. And now we've got the helicopter, which we need to take care of. So let's get ourselves in a comfortable spot here, because we don't have an RPG. We don't have anything. So let's get in a spot where we can kind of hide. This looks good. Let's make sure this guy next to us is gone first. Okay, so take out the gunner. Take out the second gunner. Easy. Now you got to take out the pilot, or you can shoot at this thing right here. And there you go. Don't land on me. Now we just got to get out of here. And for the most part, like I say, we don't leave the sweet comfort of our little vehicle. Passed. And don't forget, guys, in between, see, start full-looking job. Go up to Dax. You can only do these once an hour, and you've got to do 10 of them. So make sure you're doing these in between. Like well, just do the first dose missions for an hour and then do the Dax ones. Just make sure every hour you're doing this until you get 10 complete. So before we start up the final last dose mission, make sure you supply yourselves with some more snacks and armor. We have 1 mission left. It'll be easy, but we just want to make sure that we have enough supplies. Because we've done all of these without resupplying. And we're doing it solo. So that should give you an idea about how easy they are. All right, we didn't get snacks, but we did get armor. First dose, number 6. This is the final one. Okay, so you can do this stealthy, this last one. We're not going to be doing it stealthy. We're in our car. It takes too long. If you want to try and do this stealthy, the props to you. But to be completely honest with you, it's just not worth it. You know what? This car, when I've done this in the past, we've had the armored Kuruma. This thing is awful. It can't go upstairs, basically. You know what? We're just going downstairs here anyway, so excuse me, sir. You know what? Do I have to do anything, or can we just go straight in like this? Like I say, at some point the alarm's going to go off anyway, so you may as well just do it right away. You know what I mean? All right, once you're inside, just going to take a picture of this board right here. I'm sure you guys know this part at least by now. But if you don't, you're going to take a picture of this board right here. And then you're going to search these crates right here. There's a few of them scattered around. And so we've got everything. Now the problem is my car. My car is on the other side of the building. I didn't think this through, did I? Oh, we can jump up here. Perfect. All right, now we just got to go to the switching station. And we're basically done. And this is the last dose mission. Or the first dose. First dose. All right, here's the switching station. Don't worry about your car. You can leave it on the tracks because during the cutscene, it will vanish and end up on the other side of the railings over here anyway, so you don't need to worry about it. All right, pull the lever. There she goes. And that's where our car was parked, so it's moved. As you can see, our car is now on the other side of the road here, waiting for us. Now we just got to take out these guys. I don't know how that guy just survived that headshot, by the way. Did everyone see that? That was insane. All right. Thank you. All right, now let's get over. This is definitely the hardest part, just because you have waves of people that come, but it's still not difficult, man. We're doing this, like I say, solo. And I would have done it on hard, but for some reason it won't let me select hard mode. Actually, now that I think about it, you can only do hard mode, I think, once you've completed it for the first time. Once you've done it once, then you can go back and do it in hard mode. So my strategy when it comes to games or missions like this is basically just to go full speed ahead, like full send. Just go guns a-blazing. We're just going to go straight in. We're going to take out the first few people right here. And then we're literally going to go straight to this first thing. We may take out the helicopter guy. You know what, actually? Nah, let's cut this thing first. You know what? There is a guy coming up. Where is he? He's going to come around this corner. There he is. I see your little feet. Wait for me to finish cutting. I mean, in his defense, he did wait until I finished cutting. All right, next one. And that's all we have to do. We need to go all the way up this train, just going inside of these. And like I say, guns a-blazing just seems to be the best way this thing works, man. I don't have any snacks, but I do have armor. But you just got to do what you got to do. Excuse me. Get out of the bloody train, out of the bloody helicopter. Thank you. Oh, he's right there next to me. Didn't even see him there. It's okay. We've got 2 lives. We've got 2 lives. We're chilling. Now I just need to make sure I pay attention. All right, and there we go. There's the last one. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now we need to steal the acid lab. All right, lab acquired. Don't mind me. Excuse me, gentlemen. Coming through. All right, let's head back to the freak shop. All right, and just like that, ladies and gentlemen, Acid Lab has been picked up. This is the end of first dose. Now we're going to be moving on to second dose, but we have some things to talk about first. Like, first of all, there's one mission left we have to do before we can even set this up. So let's do that first. All right, so now that we're back, we need to get in our vehicle, and you can go to any of these locations. It doesn't matter which one. So we're going to go to this one just because it is the closest and easiest to get to. All right, so now we just got to grab the equipment. We do need to take out a few people here. But this one's really easy too. At this point, if you've survived doing all of the first dose missions by yourself, you should be able to survive this part. But basically, you're going to use this little thing, pick up these pallets, and put them on the back of that truck. It is really not that difficult. If you've done the Cayo Perico and you've moved that crate around inside of the airport, you'll be able to do this with your eyes closed. All right, there we go, all loaded. Hopefully that doesn't cause us any issues right there. It doesn't look great, I'm going to be honest. It was fine. All right, and then we just got to drive this back. And that's it. Acid Lab set up. There we go. Setup complete. So now, don't forget, you need to come over. You can see there's a short delay. Make sure you're doing the DAX missions whenever you can, because we are going to need 10 of those. And the reason for that is because if you want to use this or utilize it to its full potential to make the most amount of money, because doing it without it is awful. So basically, right now, so today we've made 758,000. This is all money we've made here today in this video in the last few hours, but we're going to have to use all of it, 750,000. So all the money we've made, we basically have to put back into this. So it's like we haven't made any money, but we've got a free business. So are you sure? Yes. Now, this is going to make our lives much better, and it's going to get the ball rolling for our criminal enterprise that we're going to be building here. But let me show you exactly why we need to do those 10 DAX missions. Go and customize Acid Lab and go to Acid Lab Upgrades, Acid Lab Equipment. You can see this is locked. I've done 2 of them. I need to do 8 more. Now, this doesn't mean we can't start up this Acid Lab, start producing some products for us already. But we definitely need to make sure we do it. This is a high priority. Now, as far as customizing this thing, eventually we will customize it. But as far as armor, brakes, all of this, we're actually not going to be driving this thing very often. So you don't need to worry about that. The bike, however, is something you need to worry about. We're not going to worry about it for right now. But if you're going to upgrade anything, it needs to be the bike, because this is your delivery vehicle. So if you sell in a public lobby like we will be doing to make the most amount of money, you're going to want to make sure your bike is as good as possible. But for now, we're going to exit that and we're going to go inside our Acid Lab. All right, so once you're inside of your Acid Lab, if you come over to Mutt right here, speak to him, you can buy supplies, or you can call him and request missions so you can go get them yourselves. But just like all of these missions, even though we're still just starting out and we're trying to save money, always buy supplies. So let's go ahead and buy. Are you sure for 60k? Yes. So there we go. Now he's going to start working on this. Another thing we can do is if you come over here, you can boost acid production. Now this boosts it for about 30 minutes, but I don't think we don't have any product in here yet, so I'm not sure. You can let me know in the comment section down below if anyone knows this, but I don't want to boost it right now while there's nothing here. I'll wait till the product gets here, then we'll boost it. So that's our first business, but we are not done with the Acid Lab or DAX just yet. We are going to continue, and we need to do last dose. We've done first dose 1 through 6. Now we need to do last dose 1 through 6, just because they're easy. They're going to make us the money that we need to continue on for our next video. And we're going to get a free car, the best car that we could possibly get. A car that's worth millions we're going to get absolutely for free. That is definitely what we're doing next. Let's start it up. All right, guys, so before we get started with our last dose missions, which I personally think are easier than the first dose missions, don't forget, make sure every 48 minutes, come up here and do some fooligan jobs, because you'll want to get all 10 done as soon as possible. Or not all 10, you can do as many as you want, but you want to get at least 10 done as soon as possible. Not only are you going to be able to get the 10 of them that you need, but you're going to get 50k for each time you do it. So they still pay really good, and you can do it every hour. All right, now we're doing a last dose episode 1, or mission 1, you could say. Now, these ones aren't really that difficult, like I say, I don't think. But for this one, it's pretty self-explanatory. There's nothing really I can tell you to do, other than the fact you're just going to get into a shootout, as you'll see. I'll show you a little clip of me doing it right here. But it's just going to be a shootout. It's just going to be waves of people. So you just got to do it, really. There's no way around it. No easy way or anything like that. Just shoot some people. So it's just this. It's literally just you are going to be sitting here taking people out. There's going to be waves and waves of people. And it's just a time sink. But you don't... Just shoot some people. It'll be done before you know it. So the one bit of advice I would give you for this one is make sure you're fully stocked up on armor. And make sure you're stocked up on ammo and snacks and things like that. Right now, I don't have any snacks or armor or anything. So it's kind of a grind, it feels like. But it should be coming to an end here real soon. But this one, it just drags out, man. It's a really long, boring mission. All right, so the next thing we're going to be doing, if you haven't already, is making sure you stock up on snacks, armor, and all stuff like that. And after that one, I feel like I need a new gun. I feel like we deserve to buy something. So let's see what they got. So first and foremost, body armor. Let's fully fill this thing up. It said I had 2. How did I have 2? I mean, I kind of want a grenade, but we're not going to do that right now. Railgun, we need. Everyone needs a railgun, but right now, a railgun at $500,000 is not the smartest decision. So don't go spend any money on things like this. Even though it would make your life a lot easier, it's just, it's not worth it yet. And this is actually a 30% discount as well. So you may have noticed as well, like I'm not doing the weekly update things in this. Like in this series, because like sometimes the auto shop like currently is on sale, but there's gonna be people watching this video later down the line, and you're not gonna have like a business that's 30% off. So I'm not gonna be utilizing any of the weekly sale things. If you want to know how to make money with the things that are on sale every week, I still do videos on that. It's just not part of this series. You know what? We're not gonna be buying any weapons from in here today. And then also, one of the most important things you need in this game is snacks. And if you don't own a business yet, like we don't, other than our acid lab, but that doesn't have snacks in it, you need to come somewhere to buy snacks, which is what we're doing right here. All right, now let's jump on to last dose, number 2. I should also mention, because I completely forgot, if you just go to Simeon's dealership, Premium Deluxe Motorsports, you can get snacks from there for completely free. All right, here we go. Last dose, number 2, Unusual Suspects. And just like the rest of them, this one's going to be a shooter. So let's just head on over there. All right, here we are at hideout number 1. Just got to take out these bloody hippies. Okay, last one. Excuse me, sir. And then let's talk to this little hippie right here. All right, she doesn't know anything about it. We're not going to take her out. You can if you want, but we're just going to be nice. All right, here we are at number 2. Same thing. All right, all taken out. You walk up to him. He's like, I don't know what the hell's going on. So we just leave him alone. You can, like, take him out if you want to, but, you know, whatever. All right, and here we are at location number 3. Same drill. Take everyone out. Let's do it. Listen, I'm too lazy, man. We're driving our car through everything, okay? Excuse you, sir. You're going to pop out from behind that? There you go. I'm not... We're not doing it. I'm not getting out of my car. You know what? This car is really awful at, like, you can only shoot, like, out of a very small little angle. So you can't really... Like, if you... Hold on. Where'd you come from? See, I can shoot out my right window here perfectly. But I can't shoot out the... Who killed the hippie boss? Where the bloody hell? Who shot the hippie boss? Why do all these people keep dying on my watch, man? Yeah, but look at this window. You can't shoot out of this thing at all. All right, anyway, let's get back to this boss. Maybe I killed him by accident. I don't bloody know. Where am I? Yeah, I definitely feel like I took out the hippie boss. So well. Yeah, I definitely took out the hippie boss. That was my fault. I can see him over there chilling right now. You see him? With the little thing on his head? You just can't kill him. Listen, I'm not going to shoot you. Will you stop being annoying, though? I have a little bit of patience for you, but not a lot. I'm still being lazy, though. I'm not getting out of my car. All right, let's go visit this little boss over here, shall we? He was shooting at me, though. Remember the other people? They weren't shooting at me when I let them live. Love and tranquility, you say? I could have swore that you were just shooting at me. Listen, I'm Tommy Shelby. The other guys weren't shooting at me, but you, sir... You were shooting at me, and I don't take kindly to people shooting at me. Do we... Alright, let's head on over to Elysian Island. Alright, we're here at Elysian Island. So now what we need to do is go in... Which one of these is it? Is it this one? Which building is it? Is it the one that has the truck outside? Surely, it's got to be, right? It is. Alright, now all we need to do is go in, take some pictures of some things, and that's pretty much it. Whom. Whum. 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 Alright, shouldn't be anyone in here, but we do need to find some clues, and they should be... right in front of your faces. This, on the other hand, most definitely a clue. Take a picture of that badger. So if you're trying to do this mission yourself, at least you can see where everything is. You know what I mean? So there's number 1. Here is number 2. I took a picture, didn't even show you. Right here. So when you walk in, number 2. Number 3 is obviously going to be right here, the weapons. There's number 3. Number 4 is going to be this little piece of paper right here in the corner, which is in this location right here. Oh, I hear some people coming. All right, last picture has got to be this one right here on the board. Hold on a second.
Oh my God! They shot him!
Of course I shot him. He was shooting me. All right, key card acquired. Let's get out of here. All right, there we go. $100,000. Don't forget, guys, make sure you're doing your hooligan jobs in between all of your first dose and last dose missions. So every 45 minutes, you can do these hooligan jobs. And your life will be so much easier if you avoid... we've done the Cayo Perico how many times now? We can avoid these guards without being detected, surely. All right, so we've snuck away now. See you later, losers. And you're going to get a nice 50K for doing it anyway. So it's definitely well worth it. Believe me, this isn't you need to do it, okay? This isn't a question. Make sure you're doing them every 48 minutes. All right, here we are on last dose, mission 3. Friedman, this one is kind of frustrating. I don't have a weapon with a silencer on it. I could easily go and buy a silencer. But you're most likely going to trigger the alarm anyway, so I'm not even going to worry about it, just to show you guys you don't have to worry about it either. All right, guys, here we are at our location. So like I say, if you have a silenced weapon, it's going to make your life a little bit easier, but we don't, so we're just going to kind of go guns a-blazing, and we'll see how it works. There's no way we're going to be able to do this entire thing without taking anyone out, but, well, you know, see, I mean, we have to take out this guy. You know what? It's done. We've triggered. It's fine. You don't worry about it. You can do it like this too. I'll let you know how difficult. It's not difficult. As I almost die. All right, there's a few people. You know what? Can I take you out from here? Because you're really annoying. Sure, bloody can. All right, search for clue. Wherefore art thou? No clue in this room. And the clues move around too, by the way. So there's no point me showing you where the clue is because they can move. All right, and here's the clipboard. So this is what you're looking for. It's a clipboard like that. But it could be anywhere. The keys look like a big thing of keys. Like, what? You ever been on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride at Disney? Anyone? You know the keys that the dog's holding in his mouth? It literally looks like a pirate's keys. I don't know why we're dealing with pirate-looking keys in GTA, but that's what it is. There they are. See? I told you. It's like the keys the dog's holding in his mouth on Pirates of the Caribbean. I think it's the same in the movie, too. All right, a few more guards you're going to have to take out. Oh, what do you think you're doing? Come on through the door, my little guy. Hello? I don't trust you. All right, into the basement we go. And this is going to give us a sneak peek to the vehicle that we're going to be getting for free. So like I said earlier, that vehicle right there. When I said earlier, once we complete these, we're going to get one of the best cars we can get. It is that. All right, let's just take out... Hey, up. All right, and these guys are all pretty easy. And then we just got one guy left that seems to be hiding back here. There you go. All right, hello. All right, well, I don't want to ruin the story for you, so I'll come back to you guys once it's complete. All right, now we just got to drive back to the freak shop. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. There we have it. Mission passed. Another juicy 100K. All right, so for this next one, it's going to be another trippy one. So I'm not going to get any health and armor and stuff like that. You basically, I mean, I'll buy this stuff here, but I'm not going to go anywhere and get it. But it's another trip, basically. We're just going to be tripping again. So... All right, break into the rehab clinic. Like I say, this is just going to be a weird trip. So we'll skip to the end, I think. And this is basically what you're going to be missing out on, but I don't want to ruin it for you. So I'll let you do it yourself, and I'll skip to the end. Trip survived. And all right, there we go. That was definitely one of the easiest missions from the last dose. The trip missions are always easy. They're just kind of like... you know, it's just something fun to do. It's like a little mini game within the game. You know what I mean? And there we go. $100,000. All right, before we start up this next one, I highly recommend if you are following along, we are going to need... Excuse me, Dom. Will you get a life, man? Do you have nobody else to call? I highly recommend making sure you have full snacks and full armor, because the first half of this isn't difficult, but the second half, it's a bloodbath. All right, let's do this. Last dose, number 5. All right, so for this one, we got to head into the Velum, the one that we picked up earlier. It's definitely another one that we picked up earlier. The other one was the seaplane. This one is not. And then we got to head on over to the airport, so I'll meet you there. All right, so here's the plane taking off. We just got to make sure we stay close to it, and that's basically it. All right, hack is almost complete. There we go. Easiest thing I've done all day. Come on! I mean, this is just a reskinned mission from the story mode, so it's not too crazy, but if you haven't played the story mode, it looks brand new. All right, now we just need to take out a few people. Is that it? Oh, no. What are you doing? Oh, sit down. Oh, sit down. Whoop. There we go. Okay, go to the cockpit. All right, don't mind if I do. All right, there's nothing here for me to show you that I can teach you, so we're just going to fast forward here until we get to the location because I don't want to spoil this for you. All right, now we're just headed to Sandy Shores, and it's that easy. Now, if you're... Some people don't like flying, and I totally understand that. But honestly, it's... You'll be fine. You'll be fine. It's a big jet, but it's not that bad. It really isn't. It flies just like a bloody Vela. So you can see right here, we are coming in at the right angle. So that's perfect. And if you look ahead, actually, right above my wing right there, that's the landing strip. So it's really not that far away. And okay, just like that, we are here at Sandy Shores. Let's go ahead. Oh, it automatically does it. I couldn't even show you my incredible skills. But this is the part of the mission where it's going to be a bloodbath. So I don't have that many great guns. So it's okay if you've purchased some more because you are going to need a lot of weapons here. I'm just going to be using the pistol I have and the little SMG I have. And I do have full armor. I do have full snacks. But it's just so much going on. So much going on. All right, so here we go. Lots of cops, lots of shooting. We're just going to have a great time. Let's fast forward this, though, till we're done. Because, again, there's not much I can do to show you other than stay behind the boxes and shoot everyone. And prepare for bloodbath and dozens of rounds of cops coming for you. And you may be thinking, oh, this isn't too bad. It's quite easy. Right now, we have 1 star, okay? It's going to get worse. All right, and just like that, it's actually only 3 stars. I thought it was going to be more than 3. I couldn't remember from the last time I did it. But it's just 3 stars. So now we just need to head on back to the freak shop. It's good to see Dax in the passenger seat doing absolutely goddamn nothing. I'm getting slaughtered. I'm the one that's having to shoot all of these cops. Like, there's helicopters on us, and look at my hell. He's sitting there like this, just in the seat next to me. You deserved that, Dax. Oh my God, Dax! Are you gonna do anything? Look at him sitting there like an absolute waste of human flesh. You can see the health of our truck just slowly going down. Like, Dax, you're an absolute... I'm very upset with you, Dax. Okay, and there we go. Another 100,000. Don't ask me why they dropped us down all the way up bloody here. I don't know. All right, guys, and just like that, I actually thought it was going to be more missions. We actually just finished it up right there. But we do get the vehicle, so let's get to it. It's going to be on your mini-map, as you can see right there, the yellow marker. This is the only car we've had, and this thing has got us through these first and last dose missions. Mainly the first dose, because the first dose is the one where you just got to really drive somewhere and start shooting at people. The last dose that we just did, there's a lot more... Well, you got to get out and move. But anyway, let's go get our new car. And here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, we will paint this thing later on down the line. But for right now, we're just going to keep it stock because we're trying to save all of our money. So I do own one of these on my other account. You know what's funny? So it's an electric car. It's based off of the Lotus, I believe. The new Lotus electric car. The funny thing is, I've been driving my car, which has just vanished, for so long, and it's so slow. This is the first time I'm driving something fast. And I'll tell you what, this thing feels rapid. And we all know this car is absolutely incredible. If you're new to the game, make sure you get it. It is a great car. It's a great free car, considering this thing is worth millions. And you've just got to pick it up. You have absolutely got to pick this up. And if you want to know how I did it, well, if you don't know, you're pretty behind at this point. But we had to complete all of the first and all of the last dose missions. There she is, absolute beauty. You may be thinking, what next? Are we done? No, we're not. Don't forget, you got to do 10 hooligan jobs. We've done 5. So at this point, we do need to complete all 10 of the hooligan jobs. We've done 5 already because we've been doing it like every hour. But we do have 5 more we need to do. And I'll be showing you guys why here at the end of the video. But for now, let's get these 5 done. All right, guys, so that is it for this episode. So here's the thing, like I say, I was hoping I could get all of these DAX missions done before we finished up, because that's, I mean, it is important, but you can only do them once every 48 minutes, and you got to do 10 of them, so that's like 10 hours worth. So make sure you're doing that. So in between this episode and next episode, we're going to complete the DAX missions, or complete 10 of them. I've actually done 8, so I've just got 2 more to do. So if you're following along at home, make sure you get the DAX missions done between this episode and the next one. And then at the beginning of next episode, what we'll do, the reason we want to do the DAX missions is because the Acid Lab equipment upgrade right here, This is super, super important. We'll be obviously doing that at the beginning of next episode. So until then, make sure you get all 10 done. Now, inside of here, we've had this thing running, as you guys can see, but I think it's actually been a full in-game day here. So we should be able to boost. So we're just going to boost the Acid Lab production. Make sure you're always checking on your Acid Lab to make sure you can boost it. You can only do it once a day, a real day. So just make sure you're always coming here and boosting it. And then as you can see, our supplies are already good. So I'm not going to worry about getting any more supplies here. So next episode, though, we're going to be doing our first cell mission with the Acid Lab. We're also going to be upgrading it properly so that we have the upgraded bonus that I was just talking to you about. But you got to do the 10 DAX mission. I'll also be showing you what I would upgrade for the motorcycle. I'll be showing you how to sell in a public lobby. And obviously, we're just going to be having a little bit more fun. Some little sneaky tricks up my sleeve, maybe. But anyway, guys, I hope you're enjoying this series as much as I am making it. And I'll see you guys on Saturday for episode 3. I'll see you there. Goodbye.